In Keeseville, on the eastern edge of the Adirondack Mountains near Lake Champlain, idealistic pragmatists have planted the seed of a new kind of farm. It's called Fledging Crow. Part of the growing movement called Community-Sponsored Agriculture, or CSA, Fledging Crow relies on subscribers to buy its produce and volunteers to keep it running. Once a year, the farmers thank them by throwing CrowFest.
CrowFest started our second year farming. We decided to throw a party as a CSA appreciation party. Our members fund and support our farm, and they're the heart of this place, so we wanted to have a party to say thank you, and we like to party, so we're like, let's do something fun. And it was an absolute downpour, and it worked out really well. People seem to be enjoying themselves.
All these people from Saranac Lake, Tupper Lake, Lake Placid, all the way through the Adirondacks have come up to support us. And a lot of the people here are CSA members, and it's great. It's a good party.
We're a really tight family. You know, they feed me and my family, and with their delicious and the best food in the world. And they say that our music helps their plants grow. So it's an interesting bond between a band and an organic farm. But we're out here all the time. I love these guys. All the people that work here. This is just a beautiful place. If I don't feel good, I come out here, and this is where I want to be.
As an environmental science major from college, I think, I fell in love with the Adirondacks and ended up moving up here, but I think the majority of life up here is kind of local. Do what you can to help the people around you, and this is kind of the personification of that.
The Adirondacks are really about hardworking people that make their own way, and everybody I know around here is just forging ahead, creating the reality they want to see, and I think by growing local food and bringing people together around that food, we serve a purpose in bringing people together that way in the community.
Farming in the Adirondacks is tough. We have a lot of stones here. The weather is it's really unpredictable because of the mountains. We're right in between the mountains and the lake, so we get a lot of different weather patterns. And as a farmer, obviously, we rely on weather. It's everything. So that can be difficult, but we have a lot of water. We're in a really good place. We have good soil. It is bony. It is wet. But those are good problems to have if you're going to have problems farming. So apart from that, the community in the Adirondacks is great. The support that we've gotten here in this place is incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
I remember when Ian had just a greenhouse here, nothing but a greenhouse, and they tented inside the greenhouse that winter. And here we are a few years later, not many, and there's a lot of structures, a lot of food growing, tomato towns, full throttle. Everything is peak right now.
I think it's a big plus to see these farmers come back. I was a farmer myself years ago, and I couldn't handle it. And then to see the young people get into it now, it's quite nice.
Ultimately, I think what they've done in the past couple of years is awesome with all the greenhouses. I mean, right now the tomatoes are going really well in the greenhouse, but ultimately I just think it's an awesome farm. Really fun people are running it, and they're running it because they enjoy it, not because they have to.
A lot of people from different walks of life buy shares in this farm, and they all get to meet each other. And it's from young children to the elderly, we're all connecting here as a community, and that's good for any place. So it's definitely good for the Adirondacks.
Last year I had tons of fun. I got to dance with my mom, and I really liked it.
And they just took the second pig out of the pit, so we're waiting on some really good pork.
The emphasis at CrowFest is on good fresh food, local microbrew, music, and people. Fledging Crow subscribers, volunteers, and others come from far and wide to make merry in celebration of the year's harvest. There's a pig or two baked in a pit on hot coals, corn on the cob, side dishes of all sorts, and plenty of singing and dancing before and after. The party starts at noon and runs afternoon, evening, and all night.
It's so great. Food is fabulous. The families have a ball. It's so nice to have community come together and celebrate the harvest and celebrate summer and music, and it's a great feel for everything, and it's great for the children.
Community. It's all about community. So much of our lives now is commodified, and imagination also kind of commodified. Well, with television and all these different mediums, let's get together, let's meet each other face to face, and eat some food that was grown right here.
Like a harvest festival of old, CrowFest celebrates life in all its forms, vegetable, animal, and all the rest.
We have a secret on how to make it rain. It's raining now, so you won't see this happen, but if it hasn't rained for a while, we all get naked and we run around the whole perimeter. It's a naked lap. And it rains after. It really does.
Henry David Thoreau wrote, "Convince me that you have a seed there, and I am prepared to expect wonders." Row by row, seed by seed, Fledging Crow Farm cultivates an Adirondack community that brings together the best of earlier times with much of the best of the new.
I'm wicked curiously Adirondack.
Everybody in the old sinkhole, everybody in the old sinkhole, everybody in the old sinkhole in the November skies. Hey, everyone in church house,